Okay, today we're going to be working on the windmill, and what this move looks like is this. You can do it in this direction, or you can do it in the other direction. But I find the first one, this one, easier to learn on, and I actually still have a little bit of difficulty with the other direction. So this is the one I'm going to be teaching you in the video, but once you know this, it should be fairly easy to finagle it into the other direction. So, I'm just going to go over the hand motions first. Basically, you're going to be spinning in these two flat walls, one's here and one's behind your head. Now, just go ahead and trace a circle. It's clockwise from where I'm standing, you're going to see it's counterclockwise. So trace a circle, have your fingers pointed away from you. And then on the back side, you're going to trace the same direction circle. I'll show you that just so you can see from the back because my head gets in the way. And once again, your fingers are going to be pointed away from you here, and when they're back, they're pointed away from you too. So, you might have to look in a mirror to make sure you're doing this the right direction, because it doesn't change. Just make sure your fingers are pointing away, and then you're going to put them together. When you get to the top, kind of go over the top with your fingers pointed up, and then trace down the bottom, and then come back up with your fingers up, and trace down. Back, front, back, front. And that actually is just the one-handed hand motions for that. And you're eventually going to be doing this with both hands, split time, and one hand is going to be leading and the other one's going to be following. Now, if you were to actually look up while you're doing this, when you get the hand motion right, you're going to be tracing a figure eight. But it's going to be above you. So it looks upright if you just kind of look up. And when you lead, I lead with my left hand for this direction, and you're just going to be tracing that figure eight. I'll kind of show you from the top what it looks like. This is the same motion as the corkscrew, just up on this plane rather than out in front of you. So, now with one point, start off spinning. Okay, going the wrong direction. Clockwise. So spinning in front of my head. When it gets to the top, I'm going to switch my hand to the back. Just like you're tracing that circle, you're going to make a small little circle with your hand to keep the toy in motion. And if you're doing it behind your head, as long as you keep that circle on the right plane, see how it's not off kilter or anything? That'll keep it from hitting you. If you have it far enough back, it's not going to be hitting you. So, once you get good with this, with both hands, spinning behind your head, probably can't see that very well, spinning in front of me. I'll show you from the other direction just so you can see what my hands are doing in the back. Then, like I was just doing, you're going to alternate one rotation on each side. And if you look up, which I don't particularly recommend, but while you're spinning at least, you're doing that figure eight motion. So just practice going back and forth with each hand, clockwise, just one on each side. Now, in order to turn that into the actual windmill, you're going to be leading with one hand and following with the other. And the hand motion eventually looks kind of smooth, but it's going to be kind of rocky when you learn it. Maybe try just with them together. As you see, this hand is going to cross to the front first and to the back first. I'm just exaggerating it so you can kind of see what they're doing. And then eventually you're going to split them apart so that it's split time. So actually spinning with the toy in your hands, get them going clockwise. You're going to start off with this hand to the back. So maybe try doing both hands like this and then switching. That's going to be a good exercise that might help working your hands together in the right planes and everything. So then you're just going to switch and you're into the windmill. Okay, so just for further clarification, I'm going to show you what that looks like from the side so you can see when my hands are in front of me and when they're behind me. So, see, when they come to the back, my fingers are going to be pointing away from me. And they're away from me in the front too. And I was also asked to show how to get into this move, and I guess I never really covered that either. So I'm going to show you a quick little transition. From the 3-beat weave and forward, stand to my side here, just go along, weaving along, weaving along. When you get to the front, well, it's actually your left side, you're going to turn 90 degrees to your left, and then you can go straight into it. So 1, 2, 1, 2. So you're going to hit each hand on this side. So weaving, 1, 2. Weaving. Yeah, and when you come across, just kind of bring your hands up. And then get back out of it. It's the same thing, you can go from the front. It's probably the easiest. 1, 2, and then you're back into the weave. You just go over with that hand. So from that, 1, 2. You don't have to exaggerate your hand motions like I'm doing. I'm just trying to show you what I'm doing.